In the future, everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. This famous quote by artist Andy Warhol perfectly captures the current situation of Hailey Welch, better known as Hawk Tuah Girl. She's been trying to stay relevant after her rapid rise to fame and just as quick a massive fall. All of this in only 6 months. It all started in June of 2024 when she appeared on a tiny street interview channel called Tim and D TV, where they filmed interviews with random people in Nashville, Tennessee. In one of these videos, Chelsea Bradford and her friend Hailey Welch were interviewed. Both were noticeably under the influence of alcohol, and the interviewers asked them typical basic questions they usually ask in their videos. The interview was going fine until this happened.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing, you get me?
The video on YouTube didn't have much of an impact at first, but everything exploded when D re-uploaded it to his Instagram account, which had fewer than 5,000 followers. It quickly blew up, racking up 19 million views and 500,000 likes. On TikTok, it reached similar levels of popularity, with tons of support for the girl, making her instantly famous. This sparked many theories about her personal life and why she wasn't active on any social media, despite being tagged in the video. These skyrocketing popularity levels allowed her to launch her own official merchandise. She started making appearances at events. She also received some pretty strange and disturbing business proposals.
That's my hats. He got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it. That is revolting.
She also tried to trademark the phrase Hawk Tuah and was featured by TMZ.
You went to the Jake Paul fight.
I did.
How was that?
It was really exciting.
Okay.
I've never had to watch anything like that in person.
Eminem used the famous phrase as a promotion for his new album, It Feels So Empty Without Him, and more than one person would end up getting tattoos of it. Along with all these collaborations, she also launched a dating app called Pookie Tools, but it didn't find much success. As with everything that rises to fame, where there's love, there's also hate. Hailey Welch began to receive massive negative comments from people saying that it was totally stupid to give such individuals a platform in the media, and that society was completely lost. In my opinion, this hate comes from her sometimes arrogant attitude and the fact that she'll do anything to make money. In this last video, her podcast, Hawk Tuah, is mentioned, which was backed by the company Better, founded by Jake Paul. As many expected, the podcast was terrible, but nothing to worry about as it featured various personalities, some more famous than others, talking about trivial topics. However, things took a dark turn when in episode 12 of the podcast, Hailey Welch interviewed businessman Mark Cuban. The interview went on as usual until at one point Hawk Tuah brought up the topic she really shouldn't have.
Do you do anything with crypto?
Yeah, I do a lot with crypto, actually. I've got a shit ton of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
It could have just been another question, but
Oh yeah, if I want to meme coin, can I give you some tokens?
Yeah,
for
I'll give you my
community?
wallet. I'll give you my wallet.
Okay.
what could have been just a throwaway comment ended up triggering one of the biggest cryptocurrency scams in recent times. Now, before we continue with the main topic of this video, I feel obligated to warn you not to invest in volatile things like cryptocurrency just because your favorite influencer has created them or promotes them. Investments, especially in cryptocurrencies, are things that require a lot of research before putting your money into them, as they can lose all value in an instant, or they can be a scam. So invest responsibly and know what you're putting your money into. Hawk would be announced immediately after the release of the mentioned interview. This cryptocurrency, stored on the Solana network, was created by a specialized crypto team. Together with the influencer, launched this meme coin, a team that we'll mention again shortly. To promote the launch, Hailey would offer free tokens to the first people who signed up for the cryptocurrency's waiting list. The announcement of this cryptocurrency would generate massive hype, with huge numbers of people eagerly waiting to invest their money in Hawk Coin, also under the promise that they could get massive returns. Finally, the day of the launch would arrive. That Twitter video would come with a community note, serving as a clear warning about the obvious scam that was unfolding. Over 90% of the token supply had been sniped and is being sold on the community. Buying this highly speculative Hawk coin could result in loss. Due diligence is recommended. A lot of people spent large amounts of money on this meme coin, and in just a few hours, the coin lost all of its value, leaving buyers with nothing. But why did this happen? It turns out that both she and the team that I mentioned earlier, who helped her launch this coin, owned 96% of the entire Hawk network. In other words, 96% of all Hawk coins that existed were held by Hailey and her team. Seeing the rapid price surge, the team decided to sell off all their cryptocurrency, crashing the price and leaving everyone who invested their money with nothing. Some fans who bought the coin from their favorite influencer reported losses of up to thousands of dollars. After this, what was entirely predictable unpredictable happened. She faced legal issues when 12 investors from the project filed a lawsuit against her and her foundation, Tuah the Moon, for fraud and misleading advertising concerning the Hawk cryptocurrency. The lawsuit states that the cryptocurrency lacked the necessary permits and regulations required by law to be launched in the market. It also alleges that they exploited the growing popularity of influencer Hawk Tuah Girl as a marketing tool to launch a cryptocurrency that, with an aggressive advertising campaign and promises of huge returns, caused the coin's value to skyrocket. In just moments, its market capitalization surged from $16 million to $491 million. However, within just a few hours, it completely collapsed, losing 90% of its value. These investors, most of whom were new to the crypto space, claimed they relied on Welch's influence. They argued that the massive drop in the token's value and the project staying in its early stages caused them significant financial losses. The plaintiffs also claimed that the team behind the project violated the Securities Act of 1933, which protects the rights of investors. They further argued that they never met the requirements of the SEC, the government body responsible for regulating such tokens.
This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
This could be seen as a form of tax fraud, leading to hefty fines or even prison sentences of up to 25 years. According to the plaintiffs, the sentence could target both the developers of the cryptocurrency and the people behind the Tuah the Moon Foundation, which, according to popular belief, Hailey Welch is the sole owner of.
Who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Hailey Welch, right?
What raises even more suspicion is that this foundation is registered in the Cayman Islands, a known tax haven. This makes it even more apparent that there may be tax evasion and money laundering involved.
Do you know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands, to hire directors? You think this stuff pays for itself?
Following this, Hailey Welch would be forced to publicly apologize and attempt to refund the money lost by the victims of the scam, although it did nothing, as the lawsuit continued anyways. To wrap up this topic, it is clear that this is one of the most stupid rise to fall cases on the internet. A girl who went from anonymity to becoming a beloved internet celebrity only to be hated and accused of scamming her fans of hundreds of thousands of dollars while facing a lawsuit for various financial crimes. This is a clear example of how sometimes we blindly trust something as important as money, with which we have set aside for important things, to temporary celebrities who are nothing more than that, temporary characters. Don't be swayed by their opinions or messages. Just because someone is in their 15 minutes of fame doesn't make their opinion stronger. They're no different from you who are watching this, or me who is talking. As a final message, I want to warn you again about the dangers of spending money on these kinds of projects that attract us simply because they're endorsed by someone famous. Try to avoid these types of things, as most of them are scams, like this one or many others that have happened before. Also, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to get notifications and stay updated on all the scandals, so you don't miss a single detail from the internet.